Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Mono Red Burn in Legacy. And I hate this deck so much. Oh my goodness. This hand is so good if we had an extra land. For some reason, we are incredibly good at having one-landers in this deck. Like, amazingly good at it. I mean, I think we had a keep. The problem is, if we don't draw another land, then we just aren't going to win. But I don't think we can mulligan. I don't know why we're so apt at getting one-landers. Alright, get in 4-1. The way our deck is constructed, by far the most likely... Alright, there's a land. Well, play Eidolon. Get in 4-1. Our deck is constructed in such a manner where easily the most likely hand that we would get would be to have two lands. We should have exactly two lands about... oh god, really? Tabernacle? About 33% of the time. Well, I guess we pay for now. We do not draw land. We're only really getting in for one. Opponent's down to 18. There's a Ghost Quarter. Well, now we actually would like to draw another land. Not a land. The problem is if we let our creatures go, I don't think we have enough burn to win. We at least need to get some value out of our Eidolon first. Ideally, we would just draw a land. And then we could at least cast our 1-mana spells while we're... Alright, there's a land. That's more like it. So now we get to Lava Spike our opponent. We take damage from our Eidolon. Opponent goes to 14. We get in for 2 more. Opponent goes to 12. So now this is shaping up. That we needed that 1 more land against the Tabernacle. Our opponent might have to Ghost Quarter themselves, because they still don't have color. Their hand is actually kind of awkward. Yeah, they are going to Ghost Quarter themselves. Their hand is kind of awkward because they have 2 lands that don't actually produce mana. They're powerful, but not mana producing. Good news is we're pretty close to winning now. We have a ton of damage in hand next turn. Opponent plays Exploration, drops to 10. Plays an extra land, Thespian Stage. Plays a Glacial Chasm, oh dear. Alright, creatures can't attack you. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Pay 2 life as cumulative upkeep. That buys our opponent a lot of time. Well, let's keep our Eidolon. Let Swiftspear go. We draw land. Pass the turn. So basically, we're hoping for a window where this Glacial Chasm goes away. But we need it to happen before our opponent gets a Merit Lage on the battlefield. Which could be this turn if they have Dark Depths. Basically, we're 2 turns away from winning. Alright, we'll pay for Eidolon. Play the Mountain. Play another Eidolon. Opponent crop rotates, and looks like this is going to be the game. Oh, never mind. Our opponent sacked Glacial Chasm? Well, that makes it easy. So, Fire Blast our opponent to 2. Chain Lightning our opponent to dead! Oh my goodness! Okay, whoa, we got there. That was an interesting choice by our opponent. I'm not sure why they picked that exact land to crop rotate, but we will take it. So that's a win. Good lord. I do not know. That Glacial Chasm is very bad for us. How do we beat this deck? Well, we probably need Tormod's Crypts. Sulfuric Vortex seems reasonable. We'll go down Sonic Burst. Skullcrack is good. Price of Progress is absurd. Sulfuric Vortex gives us a way to get around that Glacial Chasm. Tormod's Crypt is to stop the loaming. And then just go down a Flame Rift, I guess? Yeah, let's try it like that. At least we're up a game. Okay, well, we have our hate cards, which is good. Definitely possible we just get nut drawn. This hand is not that fast. Opponent leads on Bojuka Bog. Yep. Well, Mountain, and let's just suspend a Rift Bolt and pass the turn. Wasteland for our opponent. And, ooh, Sphere of Resistance. That's kind of annoying. So now we gotta pay 1 for Rift Bolt. Yep. Luckily, we're drawing a lot of lands. So we'll play Tormod's Crypt, pay 1 for it. Pass the turn. Grove of the Burden Willows for our opponent. Man, I'd love to get this Vortex down. The Sphere is keeping it from happening, though. Engineered Explosives X0. Oh, play a Mountain. And actually, let's just pass the turn. Opponent's going to blow the Explosives. Get rid of our Tormod's Crypt. Well, let's just Price of Progress right now. While your opponent's Wasteland is tapped out. Put our opponent to 11. And we actually have a path to victory next turn, depending on what our opponent does. We'd like them to tap their Wasteland. Ooh, another Wasteland. Okay. Well, we'd like them to tap both Wastelands. Alright, opponent gets a Loam in the graveyard. Well, since our opponent did that, I think we should just play Sulfuric Vortex. Pass the turn. Opponent can start Loaming. Down to 9. Loam's back some lands. We're pretty close to winning here. So, opponent plays a Forest. If they ever tap that Wasteland, I think we just win. So, if we Price of Progress now, our opponent can Wasteland themselves and they take 4. I think that's fine. Play the Mountain. This should let us win. Price of Progress. Opponent does Wasteland themselves. They drop to 5. So let's just pass the turn. Sulfuric Vortex down to 3. And now we can Fire Blast at our convenience to finish the game. So maybe lands is a good matchup for our super budget for Legacy Mono Red Burn deck. There's Glacial Chasm. Thankfully, damage can't be prevented. Oh no, it doesn't say that. Okay. Well, play a land. Do we play another Vortex? I guess we can, just in case they can kill one. So let's play a Vortex. Pass the turn. Damage is prevented by Glacial Chasm. Opponent's down to 1. Plays Exploration. Grove. And gonna pass. Well, play a Mountain. Down to 13. Pass the turn. Damage is prevented. Opponent can't pay the life. Fire Blast? Oh, alright. Do they have another Chasm? Riftstorm Portal. Adds red. And that does it! Ooh, they only have one Glacial Chasm. So we got there. Taking down lands, which has been one of the hot decks in Legacy lately. Whoo, sweet.